Hi everybody. So we have been asked what we do normally throughout the day, what our day looks like. It's been a little weird the last couple of weeks with the holidays. We got that 4 feet of snow, so and it was really cold, so Dan didn't get to finish 2 of his work projects that he had going. So he took some time off of that, and then his truck broke down, so we had to get that fixed, and he just couldn't work normally. And then it was Christmas time, so he just extended it. You need to go wash up, please. You're filthy. Go wash up, please. So we haven't quite, our schedule's back and forth. Normally, when he is working, you know, he usually leaves earlier in the morning. Now, since the snow is here, his day starts even earlier because it's a half-hour walk to the end of the road. And normally, if he's got tools, he's got to pack them in the sled and carry them all the way there. So that adds a half hour to his day in the morning, and then, of course, half hour at night. So that's been interesting. So if he is working, I try to get back into our normal routine. I really, even when he is here, like I said, it's been a weird couple of weeks where we kind of got out of our schedule. We were doing really good with school, and then we got out of it. So I'm trying to get back into that. But the last 2 weeks when he hasn't been working, we kind of just took the 2 weeks off, like I said, of school and everything else. Our bodies are exhausted, our brains are exhausted we just worked so hard the last 3 months to get ready for winter, that now that we had the time off, we just enjoyed it. I usually have been the one to get up in the middle of the night and keep the fireplace stocked and going. He just sleeps so soundly and so hard that unless an alarm is set, he doesn't wake up. I mean, every now and then he'll wake up to go to the bathroom, or if the cat's making noises, it'll wake him up and he'll check. But for the most part, I've been doing the wood at night. We tried doing shifts, like me staying up till midnight, 1 o'clock, and then doing the fire, and then him get up at 4 or 5 in the morning. He'd go to bed normal time at like 8, 9, and he'd get up at 4. So that way I could sleep in, but it's just kind of, we do what we do, and sometimes he gets in, sometimes I get it, but I have to get up to go to the bathroom 3 times a night anyway. So it's just easier for me, and I'm used to functioning with no sleep anyways. So that's just how it's been. So the last 2 weeks with him home, I have been sleeping in to like 9:30, mostly because I'm up most of the night taking care of the fire and everything else. And I just, with my health issues, I don't know why, my best time of sleeping is from 2 in the morning to like 9 in the morning. So, and he usually keeps the kids quiet. Sometimes the kids have been sleeping till 9 in the morning, but that's because they've been up till 10, 11 o'clock at night. It's been kind of difficult to stay on a normal schedule. It's such a tiny cabin, and so if Dan and I want to stay up, the kids are usually up that late too. And then there'll be times where we'll be so tired, everyone's exhausted, we're in bed by 8 and we're all asleep by 8:30, and then we're up at 7 or 6 o'clock. So we've not had a set schedule. I can definitely tell not having a set schedule has affected our second born the most. The behavior has been a bit out of control. Granted, it's the holidays, there's a lot of extra cookies and treats, and you know, so we've seen some issues behavior-wise from both of them not being on a set schedule. So I'm really determined to get on a good schedule, even when get your stuff on and please go outside.
I slipped the ball because
So I'm really determined to get back on a schedule, and even the days he is here, to try and stick to that schedule. So again, the last 2 weeks we've been getting up whenever we want. It's kind of like we've been living like we're retired. We get up when we want, we eat breakfast when we get hungry. Sometimes we skip lunch, eat dinner early, or eat dinner really late. We go to bed when we want. We've been watching a lot of movies. So we haven't gotten much done on the house since then. I can't remember. Since the last video, we got our small on-demand water heater, so we do have hot running water, which has been wonderful. I think that's really the only thing we've done since then. We kind of decorated a little bit for Christmas. So now that he's back to work, a normal day, you don't need snow pants, it's warm enough. We actually got weather yesterday that started, and we're supposed to be like in the high 40s and 50s for a week. So I'm really hoping the snow melts enough that we can get the washing machine in here. I've been hand washing the laundry and it is killing me. The biggest thing I struggle with, besides my daily pain that I'm in, is my hands. Just my autoimmune disease has really attacked my hands and knees. My hands just hurt all the time. They're swollen all the time in the joints, and the muscles are just fatigued and just ache. With all the extra work and everything we've done, it's been really bad. So having to hand wash stuff has really been really difficult. Get your stuff on and head outside, please. So that's been a challenge. So I'm really praying that the warmer weather melts the snow enough that we can get the washing machine down here. Yep. And now that Dan's truck is fixed, we should be able to. Yes. And a bullet. Yes. We should be able to get it back here. We had about 4 feet of snow, and then we had some rain a couple days after, and it melted about 1 foot. And then we're probably down another 1/2 foot. So earlier on, I had put stakes in the driveway there, and there's some over there. The stakes are about 4 feet high, and the snow came right up over them where you just couldn't see them anymore. And now we see about 1.5 feet of them. So that's how much the snow has melted, which is nice. Like, I believe that shed is 8 feet high, and the snow was above the trash cans, and now we're below that. So that's wonderful. So that's hopefully will melt. So normally on a day today, so what I've been doing, we got some shelves. Oh, that's what else we did. We got some shelves made. I put like our towels, toiletry, and our dishes here, because this is the only sink we have right now. But I must say, the difference it makes to have a sink with hot running water. Before, I would have to grab rainwater. Before we had the well, I had to grab the rainwater, heat the rainwater up on the wood stove in pots and pans, and then wash dishes in one pot, and then set them in an empty pot, and then have warm water to rinse the dishes in. And I'd go through several pots of water, and it'd take me like an hour to wash our dishes. I did dishes about every other day, and it'd take an hour for the whole process. It was really annoying. And of course, since you don't have a lot of space, you had to dry them and put them away right then and there. Otherwise, you have dishes taking over your whole kitchen. So we have the hot running water. So we put all our dirty dishes in there. I wash them about every day now. I can fill the sink up, hot soapy water, wash them, rinse them, and put them right in the dish drainer. And it's just so much easier. So much easier. But for the laundry, so today, I got up early because Dan had to leave for work. So I got up, packed his lunch, he left. I went back to bed for a little bit. And then when I got up we had breakfast. I took care of the dogs and the cats. We let the fire go out because it was warmer today, but it's really damp and it's probably about 40 and my joints just couldn't take it anymore. So I lit a small fire, but I also did 2 loads of laundry today. So I wanted the fire going to help dry them. So when I do laundry, Dan has to wash his work pants because they're thick canvas work pants and I'm just not doing it. So it's really easy to do socks and undershirts and underwear and my pants and the kids stuff because it's small. I put the soap in, the laundry soap, I fill it up. I have to like wash them by hand and agitate them all by hand. And then I'll let them sit for a couple minutes. I'll let the water drain. I'll refill it. I'll do the same thing, just agitate it myself. Then I'll wring them all out. I come out here, and my father-in-law gave me this drying rack. So it's got like a bunch of little arms. We mounted it to the loft. Get through our tree of clothes here. So we mounted it to the loft over there, and it's got a bunch of arms. And then I just hang them all up. I try to do it when Dan's not around because he's tall and it just annoys him to have to walk through the forest of laundry. But it works really well because you can hang up a ton of stuff there. Normally, I only do 1 load of laundry because I'm just tired at that point. But we were getting behind on some of the heavier clothing, so I wanted to get as much done today with Dan not here as I can. And I also picked up one of these at Walmart. So I have it. I had the fire going to help dry the laundry, and it actually works really well. I did these maybe 2 hours ago, and some of them are pretty dry. They dry pretty fast next to the fireplace too. But with the wood stove going and the fan going, it heats it up. It started to get foggy in here from all the laundry, so I started the dehumidifier. But we had some power outages a couple of weeks ago, and it blew our fan, so that's another thing that we put a new fan in. It's a little bigger than the other one. But you can see the laundry moving, so that helps also keep them a little bit softer, not so stiff when you take them off the rack. But doing the laundry, I mean, what time is it now? I think it's past 2 o'clock. So, let's see, I think I got up at 8:45, and so from 8:45 to 2, to take care of all the animals, to start a fire, to do 2 loads of laundry, to get them drying. We just had lunch. We did some Legos for a little bit, and we played around with our new microscope. And then we burn all of our cardboard because in the wintertime especially, it's hard to get rid of garbage. Everything we have to carry half a mile, or no, I'm sorry, it's a half-hour walk. It's a mile long. We have to carry everything down to the car. So we're very choosy about what we bring. We try to bring a load of garbage or 2 every time we go somewhere. So that way we're getting it out. We pay someone to get rid of the garbage, but getting to that person has been a challenge in the winter. So we started 1 bucket for composting fruits and vegetables and eggshells. That's pretty much it. Where we're going to start a compost pile. So that takes care of some of that garbage. We did one of like the kitty litter stuff. We're going to find a specific spot way at the back of the property for that. And all our cardboard gets burned. So really it's mostly plasticky stuff. We really don't, I mean, because we just had Christmas, there's a bit more stuff than normal that we have to get rid of. But we've been, by burning the cardboard and getting rid of the compost stuff, it's really saved a lot of garbage bags and everything. So the other thing that I work on today, when we have extra time and my hands are up for it, we take some of the bigger logs that we have, and this is our kindling cracker, I think it's called. I think Dan showed you it in the video. We take a mallet, we put it on there, it slices it right in half. I make a bunch of smaller kindling for starting the fire. The cook oven we've used quite a bit lately, and we've learned, well, I've learned a lot of little nuances to it. I do still like it. It's still a bit of a process. It's harder to get the oven going. So normally, all right, my children are having an issue, so I'm going to have to stop the video here and we'll do a part 2 video.